Hello and welcome everyone. So I'll be explaining the problem C of the recent round, Codeforces round 718. Pretty constructive problem. So basically, in this problem, you're going to be given an n by n grid, and you're told that you will be taking input n elements, but they're going to be partitioned, and they're going to be situated inside our grid's diagonal position. So if I draw a 5 times 5 grid, then in the diagonal positions there will be n values, which means 5 values, and that values are going to be, we're going to take that as an input as a permutation, which means each and every value is going to be distinct and between from 1 till n. So they're going to be placed just like that, as it is a diagonal position. Now, the thing is, what you have to output is that you have to output n groups or n regions. Okay, inside each of those regions, how are these regions actually defined by themselves? Well, in order to create basically, you just have to create n regions for sure, and each of those regions, leader, if I denote it, leader would be their diagonal position. So there will have to be a region where each and every value will consist of value 1 in this case, okay, and they will be organized in such a way that you can move in adjacent way to each of those values. Okay, so if I say, let's say for this purpose, let's say this diagonal position, I have created my value of, okay, so one thing also to notice is that each and every region's member, first of all, members are going to be defined according to the number of the diagonal position value. So for each and every permutational value, you'll be creating a region consisting of that value itself. So if a permutational value consists of 3 elements, you will have to create your region which will consist of 3 values. Also, each and every one of them should be 3, and also you have to create in such a way that you can traverse each and every members of that region. Just like that, here I've got a group or region of member 3, which the leader is 3, and you can traverse each and every member by going adjacent. So if this 3 was here, or if these 3 was replaced some other places where you cannot go through adjacent way, okay, which means through adjacent way, so you cannot go through adjacent way, so you won't be able to get there. So in order to get there, finally you have to create that region where each and every region will consist of that value according to that diagonal permutational value, and members of them will be equal to that. Also, the leader or each and every value should be the same, which is the value itself. The members will be the value itself too, and each and every members, you have to visit them all. It's not you have, it's like, you know, a component. You could measure it as a component where each and every value should be able to be visited from each and every positions inside those region. I hope you get that. So the question is, how is it possible to create? Now, they've actually stated that if there's no solution exist, the output is -1. But the real deal is that it will always be possible to create such a permutation or such a grid. Okay, it will always be possible. How is that? Now, that's where the constructive intuition comes. Now, how should we deal with that? So the way I thought this in constructive way is that, okay, I will start from the last one, the last row, Okay, now just think about it. The last row will have only one direction to go. Always I will so my basic solution is that I will start from the last row, and I'll start from the last diagonal position, which means NN, position NN, ADJ or adjacent matrix of NN, and I will slowly move backwardsly to each and every diagonal permutation like this. First I will deal work for this, and then for this, and then for this, and then for this, and so on and so forth. Now the question is, for each and every this diagonal value that I'm starting from the end position, from the end diagonal position, how am I going to deal, or how am I going to create the region? The way you're going to be creating is, you will always look for, is it possible to go downwards, or is it possible that there are no members in downwards? If there are no members, then you will fill that value with it. Okay, and then you will try to move to leftwards. So I hope you get that. What I'm trying to say is, let's say for 4, okay, there's no possibilities that I can go downwards, so I would definitely go to left. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now my region is ended. Each and every region will consist of that number of members. Okay, I've told you. So I've created one component here. Now after I create that, now I have no places to go down my position, down the row from my position. Now then I would go to left. So my only directions is going to be prioritized by firstly with downwards and then with leftwards. So for 4, I have no way to go downwards, so I'm going to go to left and fill those positions. Now for 5, let's deal with for 5. Now for 5, I know that there's no possibilities to go downwards because 4 has already filled that gap. So I would go to, so I would definitely go to left. There has to be a possibility that there is a gap on that portion. Now for 5, okay, downwards, there's no the place is not void, it's fully covered, and then so we're gonna move to left. Now if we move to left, okay, there's a gap here. I'm gonna fill it with 5, so I have 2 members, 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, if I go downwards, okay, no, I don't get that void value, but I find that in the leftmost in the left region, and then I'm gonna follow that and I'm gonna void that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have only 1 members left to make the region for 5. Now now if you analyze it, you say that, yeah, I've got one place void under that position where I am. Remember what I told you, I will always prioritize downwards first in order to fill the gaps optimally, and then I will move to leftwards. Now if you say that I could have gone to the upper part, but why will I do that? This will not give us the optimal result, because that might collide to other values position, the values that are upward. So my only prioritize is going to be the downwards and the leftwards. Okay, first the downwards, if it's empty, then fill the form and then go to left. Fill the form and then go to left. Try to make that as optimal as possible, like that. Okay, now for 5, okay, this is void, just make it happen. Now as you can see, each and every position has been fully filled. With 5 and 4, I've got my perfect region as they have stated. Now for 2, okay, I've got no position left in the downwards, then go to left, so they're filled with. Now for 3, no position left to down, then go to left. Okay, 1 member left, which is 3, and now only 1 place left, which is the downwards. Of course it's going to be 3. So that's exactly how I did that, and fill each and every value such a way that every space is fulfilled from the bottom. So we're going to go from the bottom to the top, filling each and every adjacent positions, like prioritizing the downwards first and then go to the leftwards. I hope you get that. That's exactly what I did. Now let me show you to the code part, and then finally we're just going to be outputting this triangular grid. Okay, that's all we care about. Now if you look at the solution here, you have this the solution code taking the values as a grid and times n, as you know. Now these values are inserted as they are diagonal values. I'm gonna obviously put them in a diagonal position like that, and after that from the bottom diagonal position, I'll come and build my results to move forward to upward, and that's why there is I equal to n, which means I meaning by this position, and moving for this. Now for each and every this position, I'm going to create the region first and then move forward, create the region, then move forward, create the region, then move upward. Okay, I hope you get that. Now this left value is actually defining how many members are left to fill for to complete that region itself, and what is the value that each and every region is going to be filled with. This is the value part. Now for each and everything, I'm just locating the position, and while left minus until left is void, or until none of the members are left to fill, I will go and move to see if the downmost is emptied. If the downmost is emptied, then I'm going to fill the downmost and move downwards, otherwise move leftwards and do that. And this part is actually considering the grid, whether it just crosses the grid dimension or not. Just for the sake of simplicity, I don't think I need that, because I've already defined additional n, which is n plus 6, rather than going for whole n. So I don't think that won't be needed. Anyway, I did that just for the safety purpose. Now that's it for prioritizing the downwards and then going to the leftwards and just filling those values. That's gonna guarantee us that we're gonna make it. So that's how we did it in a constructive manner. So so I hope you get that. So yeah, so then finally just printing the triangular grid like that here. That's why in the inside for loop, I'm just running out from till I value. I hope this part you understand, just for the printing purpose. That's all. I guess you've understood. Till next time, goodbye. Yeah.